Yeah, that video is not done yet. It's not ready to get released.
Well, you're using that video. You're sitting on it as blackmail threat to get me to sign a resignation agreement. That's not going to work for me.
I am not threatening you with anything.
Of course you are. You told me you're not going to release the video until I sign a resignation agreement.
No, I did not.
Yes, you did.
No, I said until we figure out what you're going to do with Not Literally. I said, listen, if you want to stay on and we create a new operating agreement, that's fine. If you want to resign, that's fine. If you want to dissolve the company.
If you want this company to thrive, you need to give them material. They are pissed off. I don't know if you've noticed.
What did I email you yesterday?
Yesterday?
Yeah.
I didn't see anything yesterday.
I emailed you last night.
I didn't see anything.
Do you have me blocked?
Again? I've got my email open right here. I don't see anything from you.
Do you have me blocked?
Nope.
I emailed you and asked you on your input on how we should explain why Ravenclaws isn't out yet.
What is your explanation? I'm curious.
What is your explanation?
Because the cut of the video has been done since July 17th.
Yeah, an extremely rough cut.
And it's better than nothing.
Yeah, well, that's the thing is you've said you're going to dissolve the company, and if you dissolve the company, all of Not Literally's assets, including the videos, get liquidated. I do not want that to happen.
I don't care if the videos stay up. That doesn't bother me at all. In fact, it would be a part of a requirement for any sort of a contract with me.
That's fine.
Because those belong to the fans. They don't belong to us.
Well, no, they belong to Not Literally, and if the company's dissolved, those videos get dissolved along with the company.
They belong to the fans. It's just rude to take them down.
It's not a matter, Dana. It's not a matter of
revenue goes towards a YouTube-related charity. I don't care.
It's yeah, it's not a matter.
I won't sign anything if you think those videos are ever coming
down. I don't know if the company's dissolved, all assets are sold off. It's not a matter of what I want to do.
It really doesn't matter. We could demonetize them and leave them up in perpetuity forever. Amen.
No.
There's nothing that says we can't do that.
Dana, if no, it doesn't work like that. Those videos are Not Literally's property.
It works like that if we say it works like that.
No, it doesn't. Listen to me. If all of our property that we own is going to be liquidated to pay off any debts that Not Literally has, including any music, any intellectual property.
What debt does Not Literally have?
I don't know.
Yes, you do. You're the one that went through all of that information.
Well, I mean,
before you took Ginny to a mediator. Don't tell me you don't know. You know exactly.
Well, I don't have the papers in front of me, but like, it all depends on what it's going to cost. I mean, I don't know. What are you going to do with the company? Do you want it dissolved? I mean, you haven't answered me. I mean, you've told me about 3 or 4 different things.
If the videos are going to come down, then I don't want it dissolved. Then I want to deal with it in a different, equally legally binding way that allows the videos in a non-monetized fashion to live on in perpetuity. I'm not taking these videos away from those kids. I'm not.
Yeah, and I don't want that either.
And if you want the company, that's really excellent. But you need to release that video.
Yeah, we need to release that video. We need to release.
I'm perfectly comfortable with the edit the way it is.
Yeah, I'm not.
Perfectly comfortable with it.
It needs so much work.
You've had it for months and months.
Well, yeah, well, until I know that that asset is not going to be ripped down off of YouTube, there's no point.
Well, I'm not moving forward at all until that video is up.
Okay.
Because to me, it feels like you are using it to blackmail me into signing something.
I am certainly not. But if you're going to sit here and wait and refuse to do anything, then we need to offer an explanation to the fans. Because I'm tired of not answering them.
So basically what you're saying is because I refuse to come over and help you pick my favorite clips, you refuse to put something up.
I'm not saying that at all.
If I could finish the VFX on my own, I would fucking do it and put it up.
I'm not saying that at all. What I am saying is, you've told me 3 different things. I don't trust you a bit, considering how many times you've lied to me. And
oh, you've made that perfectly clear.
yeah. And
that's the guy who won't release the video until I sign something. So.
Yeah, because you keep lying to me.
And you're getting ready to post something about Ginny that has something directly to do with Ginny, and she's now in a place where she legally can't even respond. That's pretty fucked up.
Did you not get the? Did you seriously not get the?
Your email.
Did you seriously not?
Your email to me.
Yeah.
Was that you plan to post a bunch of the internal conversations that you and me and Ginny had?
Yeah. Did you really not get the email I sent yesterday?
I really didn't get the email you sent me.
I specifically asked you what you think we should post as an explanation. I mean, I'm looking at my...
I don't even know what we should post as an explanation, Eric, because clearly you and I have 2 different opinions as to what's happening here.
Well, do you want to figure it out and get that post done? Because I'm tired of not answering the fans, and I'm tired of not literally lying to the fans. I was never comfortable with that in the first place.
I think the cut is fine as it is.
Yeah, it's not done. It's clearly not done.
Well, obviously it's not done. I didn't say it was done. I don't think nitpicking about little tiny changes to the cut is going to make a goddamn lick of difference.
Okay.
We filmed that thing 14 months ago. This is embarrassing.
It is embarrassing. I agree. And listen, if they're not getting a finished video, they deserve an explanation.
Now, from what I remember, when we spoke, I want to say it was in, May. Because I was working at Jackson's house, and we had a fight, and I was walking around the garage. Was when this conversation took place. I want to say it was May. You told me, under no uncertain terms, that you would refuse to dissolve the company. Because I told you, it might have even been March, because Ginny was quitting, and I was still so upset.
I did say that.
You absolutely did.
Oh, I did.
Because I said, in a perfect world, if Ginny is not here, I want to dissolve the company, let the videos live on in perpetuity, and make that the end of the company, and we can split everything 3 ways and go about our business and never have to talk to each other again. Mm. And you basically told me to fuck off, that would never, never, ever happen.
Yeah,
so
because
I've been operating under the assumption that you would refuse abjectly to do that. That your only goal is to continue it and to force me out.
No. Dana, I have several emails from you and that I've talked to you specifically about what you want to do, whether you want to continue with the company or if you want to resign or what. And I said it, and I've always said I'm fine with all of those options. I have so many emails of us having that discussion since that time. So for you to say that you were under that assumption is pretty absurd.
Then how do you explain what you said on the phone with me that day?
Because when Ginny...
You made it extremely clear that you would never agree to dissolve the company, not ever.
Listen, at this point, if... I'm fed up with waiting. If you want to dissolve it and dissolve all the videos with it, then fine. I'm tired of fighting.
I will not dissolve it unless there is a place those videos can exist that the kids can have access to.
There isn't. I've looked it up.
Well, then we need to figure out a way to make it so. If we have to use some not literally money to sit down with a lawyer and figure it out, then fantastic. Let's do that. But I will not find anything unless the kids can keep those videos. They don't have to make money. They can live on forever without money. Or we can rip them all down and yank the not literally stuff off of it.
Then why did you tell me that you were willing to resign and let me take the company?
Because you know what? That's how I was feeling at that point.
Uh-huh.
But watching you bully Ginny and push her around with that mediator, I have no
bully
interest
Ginny?
in dancing that dance with you.
Bully Ginny? How did I bully Ginny?
If you don't see how you did it, there's no use in me explaining it to you.
Yeah, that's nice.
The short answer is I changed my mind.
Uh-huh. Dana, I'm not the one that came into that mediation lying to the mediator and saying my friend was willing to lie along with me. That's messed up.
telling you now is that I'm not signing anything until Smarter goes up. I'm not. They have been, nobody else except for the 4K kids know about the 4K video. That one's not an issue.
Yes, they do. You guys posted screenshots of it.
Nobody's asked about it. They don't give two fucks. They're so focused on Smarter. But I'm not doing anything else until those kids can have that video. Even if it's up for 2 weeks, I know we dissolve the company and yank everything down. If that's what has to happen, at least they got that video.
Well, then let's sit down and figure that out, because I'm tired of radio silence and not saying anything.
That's so funny, because when Ginny sent you a draft of the contract, when you guys had been volleying back and forth, and it was like version 6 or something, you didn't respond to emails from either one of us, or text or phone calls for 8 weeks. So that's rich coming from you.
I was waiting for you to sign it.
Ginny did sign it. I didn't need to sign it yet.
Yeah, both of you had to sign that to make that valid.
Yeah, but you didn't say that. You didn't respond to even a text message with, why aren't you answering the email? Because I'm like, I'm waiting for Dina to sign it. 8 weeks.
Okay.
I personally don't care if you inherit the company, because functionally the brand is pretty wrecked.
Okay.
The brand was wrecked the day that...
Okay.
It is inexorably linked with both of us.
Okay.
And the day she left, the brand died.
Okay.
So I don't particularly care if you inherit it one way or another, because between the faces of the company not being there and the complete radio silence and lack of a Smarter video for well over a year...
Yeah, that sucks.
That sucks for you if you're planning on inheriting the company, dude.
Fine, then let's get that figured out.
I need to decide.
How long? I mean, I've been waiting for you to decide for months. How long is it going to take?
I don't know.
Okay, in the meantime, what do we say?
In the meantime, we need to say that Smarter is coming and actually give it to them. I don't care a damn lick about changing any of those scenes. In a perfect world, there would be a lot more dancing in it, but tough. The edit is perfectly acceptable how it is. And until Smarter is released to them, I'm not saying anything. We need to be free and clear of that at the very least.
Okay, then what are we going to tell them then in the interim?
Well, honestly, for the people who read it and probably screen grabbed it, they're going to know you yanked it down.
Yeah, and I'm going to post that.
Great. Then you tell them, I've got a further version, visual effects are being whatever. We've been working on our internal stuff. Oh, Smarter was a part of that discussion, but it's forthcoming. Here, have a clip as a gesture of good faith or something.
Right. What do you want to tell them?
You can sit down and you're gonna give them more lip service, even if it's the God's truth. They're gonna tell you to fuck off.
That's fine. I'm not going to be posting anything that's not true. I wouldn't even dare. I'm not dumb enough to come into a court mediation with a lie.
What I'm saying is now it is your responsibility to post as to why you took that video down.
Say that again, please.
It is now your responsibility to post to Facebook and explain to them why you took that video down.
And I will. And what do you want me to tell them on as why it's not out?
What exactly is it that you're thinking you shouldn't tell them? Because I'm being really straight with you. I'm not signing anything until that video is released. I cannot handle the visual effects. That is not my department. That is your department. You've been sitting on it for months.
What are you going to do with the company?
In a perfect world, I would like to dissolve it, but I can't in good faith to do that unless the videos can not be monetized and continue to exist.
Which it won't. I guarantee you that's not an option.
I have yet to discuss that with a lawyer.
Well, you can certainly do that on your own time. In the interim, what do you want to tell people?
That you have the video and the special effects aren't done, so that they should direct all questions to you?
Okay, and then when they ask me why isn't it up yet, do you want me to tell them the truth?
What's the truth? That you've been sitting on it for months and haven't done the visual effects? That you had the ability to release it to them, but you haven't out of petty spite?
No.
That you've opted to ruin the brand instead of give them a video they've been waiting 14 months for and paid a whole bunch of money for? Because all of those things are true.
Okay. And
Every single one of those things is true.
And I'm also going to tell them the truth that if the company is dissolved, that video gets deleted along with it.
Fantastic. We can say we have awful creative differences and that you're refusing to put the video up until I decide if I'm leaving or not. I don't understand why the unfinished version just can't go up.
Do you want me to post that? Because I will. That's fine with me.
What? That you won't post it until I decide whether or not I'm leaving?
Yeah.
That basically is you admitting to them that you're trying to force me out by withholding the video until I make a decision.
No. I'm not going to release it until you figure out what you're going to do with the company. Whether you're going to stay, whether you're going to dissolve it,
and
whether
all
you're
going to ask why Ravenclaw has any bearing on that whatsoever.
And I will explain that. I will explain that if Dana dissolves the company,
it has nothing to do with anything. The unfinished version could go up right now.
I will explain that.
Further work or investment of time from you.
I will explain.
And it doesn't hurt anybody.
I will explain that, and I will explain that if Dana dissolves the company, that video gets deleted along with it, and I'm trying to avoid that. I've been trying to avoid it.
Fantastic, but I'm trying to avoid having to work with you.
Okay. Then, if you want me to post that, I will.
You can also explain how you and Ginny were at each other's throats to the point where you drove her away.
I missed that part. Could you say that again?
I said you can also feel free then to explain to them that you and Ginny were at each other's throats to the extent where it forced her to quit. She was so unhappy and miserable working with you.
Yeah, I can imagine.
And they're already,
with
aware of that.
With the amount of abuse that she gave me, you wouldn't believe how close I was to quitting.
Cool. But guess what? That doesn't matter. The only thing that matters is the perception by the fans.
Yeah. And guess what?
Because they already know that Ginny and I are still cool.
You see,
because that's the front we've posted.
That's funny, because you told me in July that you weren't cool.
No, of course we're not cool, but as far as the fans know, because we don't air our dirty laundry in front of them.
Mm-hmm.
So as far as they know, Ginny and I are fine.
Okay.
Since she had to leave because of creative differences, who does that leave?
So you're not
fine? The fans are stupid. They know that you and Ginny didn't like to work together. And nothing to that effect was ever posted on a public Facebook forum that the fans could read, not ever. But they're not stupid.
Yeah, that's because
So if I'm trying to figure out whether or not I'm going to quit, they're going to figure out why.
Yeah, and I'm willing to post everything. I've got nothing to hide. Literally nothing.
Part of the reason that I have been wary about signing that contract is because you proposed a $1,500 check to Ginny as a buyout. And then you went through and you made sure that whatever you presented to the mediator made it so she didn't get any money. I'm not walking unless I have a check. It's not happening.
Do you understand that Ginny and I... Do you even remember what happened in that meeting? And what happened in the subsequent meetings? I originally said, yeah, Ginny wanted like either $1,500 or something else. It's in the emails. I can forward them to you. And I said, listen, if we want to figure that out and write it up in a contract, we can do that. You added in that she wanted more money, stuff like that, and that she would get to go to represent LeakyCon. And I came back and said, hey, if you guys are going to LeakyCon as part of Not Literally, I need to be there as well. That's the whole reason that contract never got signed, is because you guys did not want me at LeakyCon. Am I wrong?
I don't remember that version of the contract. I'm sure you're right.
Okay. And
but the point is,
Ginny
that was the suggested and agreed upon amount verbally between the two of you.
Amount and
several emails.
Ginny also verbally agreed that she wouldn't be attending LeakyCon without me. And she went ahead and just took it. She went ahead and took the money. She went ahead and took the property. All illegally.
I disagree with her choice on. She shouldn't have done that.
Yeah, that's stealing.
And I explained to her why that was wrong.
Yeah, and now she knows. I literally had to go.
And I'm not going to take anything until that contract is signed.
Yeah, and Dana, she didn't walk out of there with nothing. She had to pay the court fees for her stealing the money. The legal fees.
And you wrote her a check for $23. That was real exciting. At this point, I don't particularly care what you want to post.
Like I said,
if you post that the videos are going to come down if Dana quits, then I'm going to post there's some major creative differences, and I'm struggling with whether or not to stay because it is directly affecting my happiness. It has been for a year.
Listen, Dana.
Guess who they're going to side with?
Dana, I have never once said those videos are going to come down if you're going to quit. I've always wanted.
You just fucking said that. You said if we dissolve the company.
No, if you dissolve the company, those videos will come down. They're not going to come down if you quit. There's a big difference there.
I just don't know if I can let you keep it and live on in perpetuity with that. Because frankly, you piss me off.
And
unfortunately for you, I am currently in that position of power.
Yeah.
If I decide we're going to dissolve the company, then there goes your brand, poof, bye-bye.
Yeah, and if you want to do that, I would just as soon you'd get it done.
I still don't think that there's no way that those can't exist.
You're fine to look into that yourself, but I guarantee you that
if they're not monetized and if all of the stuff, all of the MP3s are put on for free, and there's no revenue coming in, we leave the network, we unmonetize all of the videos. Shit, we rip the channel down and put up a different channel that says, this is the graveyard for the videos. Here. The difference between you and I is you don't seem to give two fucks about what the fans think. They're teenage kids.
Yeah, I absolutely do care what they think.
No, because if you did, you would have posted an update to Facebook months ago. You would have said, hey, it's Erik here, just checking in.
Listen, I've been waiting for you to reply to those emails for months. I've called you.
And nothing stopped you from
I've called you.
Posting to social media, nothing.
That's right. And when I finally did, last week, I'm like... Read that post to me. All it says is, I'm sorry we don't have an update. I'm going to give you a little bit of background just so you know what's going on.
See, what you don't understand is the way that it read. I had like 10 people send me Facebook messages and texts within 15 minutes of that bitch being up. And all of them said, oh my God, what is he going to post? He's going to air everybody's dirty laundry. What
dirty laundry are you worried about getting aired? I'm not afraid of anything that I've done.
I'm not afraid of anything either.
Well, then what's the problem?
Because it's none of their freaking business. They want the video. They don't want lip service. They don't want a bunch of explanations. They want the video.
Yeah, I agree.
Anything else is just going to piss them off.
Yeah, but it's still better than radio silence.
I disagree.
Well, we disagree on that then.
And frankly, I feel like we need to leave the unfinished version up until the real version comes up.
That's horrible, no.
We're going to have to agree to disagree on that one, and I have full rights on the YouTube channel just like you do. So we can spend the next several months uploading it and deleting it and uploading it and deleting it until everybody leaves the brand. Or we can just leave it up. I'm happy to do that. I have the MP4. And you could always just change the password, then I could just get a cold order. It's my brand, too.
Mm-hmm. It is.
Give them something. For the love of God.
Yeah, and that's what I'm telling you. I would love to give them something. I would love to finish the video. But like
Your
I said...
hands aren't tied, buddy.
If you... Yes, they are, because if you dissolve the video, or if you dissolve the company, that video gets dissolved along with it. I assure you. If you want to go talk to a lawyer...
The version that's up without visual checks, that's done. That doesn't require any more work on your part. It's already uploaded.
And that still gets dissolved.
There's nothing you have to do.
And
it still gets dissolved, but so what?
Because I don't want an unfinished video up on the channel.
But it won't be up on the channel for very long, will it? I don't see why that's a problem. It's not like it's going to live in perpetuity.
Who knows? I have no idea what you're going to do. I've been waiting for you for months and months to decide what you're going to do.
And to be honest, like I said in my last email response to you, not literally stuff has not ranked with the personal stuff I have going on.
Okay.
Not even close. You're not even fourth place right now.
Okay.
And to be perfectly honest, it's my brand too. I can sit on this until we're 80.
That's fine. Then we're going to tell the fans what we're doing then. Because radio silence is terrible. Just saying, there's nothing coming out.
All right, what I'm telling you is, I am not making a decision until Ravenclaw goes up. I'm not.
Fine, then what do you...
It's that video where I do not make a decision.
Then
I will keep uploading the unfinished version unless they at least get a goddamn trailer, Eric, I swear to God.
You said you were going to edit a trailer.
I said I would if I had time, but guess what? You're not even fourth place on my list right now.
Okay.
And to be perfectly honest, I barely remember how to work Adobe because, I haven't had to use it in so long because we don't produce content anymore.
So fine, you're going to sit there, like you just said, for until you're 80, if you're concerned. Listen, we either...
I'll keep re-uploading it and you can keep tearing it down until we're about 80.
Listen, are we going to tell... Do you want to go radio silence? We need to dissolve this, or figure this out as a company. Do you want to go radio silence?
You have a chance to update them.
Mm-hmm.
But you deleted mine. That doesn't seem very ethical.
So, what do you want...
You're talking about radio silence. I wasn't radio silence today. I posted an update.
Would you let me finish for a second?
After you.
We're either... Listen, do you want to post an update and tell them what's going on, or do you want to continue with radio silence?
I want to repost the update I already posted today.
Yeah, I'm not going to upload an unfinished video. They deserve way better.
So can I repost my update and say there was a video link here, but Eric took it down?
You can say there was a video here, but it's the unfinished version of Ravenclaws, and Eric took it down. Yes, you absolutely can post that. I would love it if you...
Fantastic. Can I provide your Twitter handle and email too, so when I get real pissed, they don't have to yell at me?
Yes, please do that.
Because I didn't delete anything you posted to social media.
Dana, I would absolutely love if you would phrase it like that. That's great for me.
And leave all of my other wording the same.
Yeah, that's fine.
Fantastic, because basically what that does is that says, here's what I have. I haven't been given access to any further updates. I have no idea what's done or if anything's done, because Eric won't tell me. But here's what I have, and because my heart breaks for you guys not having this.
I'm sorry, what am I not telling you?
I don't know if there was another video version up. I have no idea. There could have been months ago, there maybe isn't. I have no idea.
No, there's no changes to that video that's on the thing right now. The reason being is, if you dissolve the company, which you've threatened to do, that's going to get dissolved along with it.
So then I don't see why I can't share both that and the What Is the Ceiling video.
And the what?
It's going to be dissolved anyway, which is looking likely. And then there's no reason those can't go up. The cuts are perfectly fine. The framing in the video is wonderful. All of the footage is really, really great.
If I will, Dana, I will.
There's no reason that can't go up except for your personal pride.
I will agree to that. If you dissolve the company, if you fill out the paperwork and get that started, then absolutely we can post that. Until the company is dissolved, then at which point it'll get torn down.
Then I'm going to need numbers from you on how much exactly we're worth. You cooked them up for Ginny, so that shouldn't really be an issue.
Yeah, I mean...
Stuff hasn't changed that much. It's not like we've put anything new out to make a whole bunch of revenue.
Well, those numbers were from 6 months ago, so that's changed quite a bit.
Cool, but like I said, we haven't put out anything new. It's not like they're going to change all that much.
No, but if you want to look at how much we're worth, look at our bank accounts. You can log in just the same as I can.
There was a bunch of other stuff than just the bank account, though, that you included when you talked to the mediator. You had a freaking ream of papers that you printed out.
Oh yeah, I had 3 copies of all the emails. Because
3 copies. Now you're just murdering trees.
No, that it's required for the court. So, like, if you don't make it past mediation and you go into court, you have to have 3 copies available: one for you, one for the plaintiff, and then one for the judge or the magistrate. Excuse me. I had all of that stuff ready. Do you know? Ginny sat down with the mediator and said, the night she resigned, all 3 of us had a verbal agreement. And I said, I have an email that you sent the next day that says we didn't have a verbal agreement. And she said, no, you don't. You're lying. And I picked up that piece of paper, showed it to the mediator. Ginny started yelling, and they split us apart. That is just...
That sounds like a party. I'm really sorry I missed it.
That is a perfect example of dealing with Ginny.
Sure.
She lies, I show that she's lying, and she screams. Like it.
Sure. Ginny's impossible.
Yeah, I agree. And the thing, and if you remember that phone call after that, you said you were willing to go along with that and testify to that in court. That's pretty messed up that you would both be willing to lie in court about me. That's just messed up. Of course,
that was before I knew definitively what happened. Do you recall the fact that most of all of last year, I had crippling depression that seriously fucked with my memory? Like, I couldn't put dates, like events in date order unless I had somebody help me do it.
Okay.
I didn't know my ass from the hole in the ground last year. I really didn't.
Okay.
Like, I couldn't tell you what year we dated.
Yeah. So you keep
No
telling me,
fucking clue.
you keep telling me how horrible I was to Ginny. Can you?
Oh, Ginny was horrible to you too. You guys were horrible to each other.
Can you say?
Ginny's
Like,
a heartbeat for sure.
Can you even like name one thing in particular? I asked you this. I asked you this a few times, and I'm like, all I ever got was, you were slow to answer emails. And if that's what it takes, I mean, if that's deserving of the type of verbal abuse that I got from you guys and the lies that I got from you guys and lying about me that I got from you guys, then that's pretty harsh.
The majority of my answers have to do with your character as a person.
Uh-huh.
But again, it's something I'd have to dig through because fuck all if I really remember even shooting Ravenclaw. Like, fuck all if I know. But I will give you that Jenny is a harpy. She's awful.
Well, yeah, I would appreciate it if you can try to look one of those up or think of something, because I would really like to know what I did to deserve that.
Excellent for you, but frankly, it's semantics now. Like, no good or ill is going to come out of having that conversation. We've had that conversation.
Yeah, but you've never answered the question.
You and Jimmy have had that conversation.
Yeah, but you've never answered the question. Neither of you have.
Tough.
So all I get is you deserved it because reasons. I deserve to get lied. I deserve to get lied to and just lambasted and abused and called names because reasons. That's your whole reasons behind that.
No. But see, this is where we're going to circle back to that conversation that you hate having, where by the time all of this shit was hitting the fan, our relationship had ended, and my taste in my mouth from you was like a significant amount of neglect and emotional abuse. So I viewed everything you did through like shit-colored lenses. So there really is no purpose in having that part of the conversation. There really isn't.
Okay, what do you want to do in the interim here?
I want to put the partial back up until the Ravenclaw's video goes up, because I can tell you right now.
Why don't you put up a trailer?
Because I don't have time to cut a trailer.
How about I cut a trailer and we decide what we want to post for an update, like, hey, I posted this update. Eric deleted it because he doesn't want an unfinished video up. In the meantime, we're going to figure out what we're going to do with Not Literally. And we'll have a trailer on, what day is it today? Tuesday?
Mm-hmm.
We'll have a trailer on Friday for you. How's that?
That sounds reasonable.
Let's go ahead and make that
We are
post.
going to need to post a sentence today, however, that says to the people who saw it.
That's what I'm saying, is post that right now. Post that right now. I posted an update. Eric didn't want that unfinished video up. We're going to delete it. So he deleted it. Say specifically, I deleted it. I made that choice. We need to get our, whatever, Not Literally internal business figured out. In the meantime, we will have a trailer for you on Friday.
Dictate that one more time.
All right. I posted an unfinished cut of the video today, and Eric deleted that post. And you can reword this, but this is just the gist of it. Eric did not want, and I want this specifically saying that Eric did not want an unfinished cut of Ravenclaws released. However, we will put up, instead, we will put up a trailer on Friday.
However, we've agreed.
Yes. However, we agreed that we will be putting up a trailer on Friday. And until we get, I don't know, I guess until Not Literally gets their internal business figured out. I don't know how to phrase that.
So the trailer put up on Friday as a placeholder. I want you to be aware that a part of whatever agreement I sign is going to be that either the raw cut and the rights to the video, at least as far as being able to post it and use it for publicity for the What Is This Feeling video, will go to Forte. Either they get to hire someone to finish the visual effects and post it, or we will do it for them and give it to them.
I've already said... I already told...
It will go to them.
Yeah, I agree 100%. I already told Ginny that in mediation. I said, if Dana dissolves the company, I'm going to give that video to them. I'm going to finish the video and give it to them so they can post it on their own channel. We are in 100% agreement there.
I wish you would have told me that, because that's been a major point of internal mental contention for me. Because as much internal drama as all three of us have and have had, those kids don't deserve to be punished for that. They raised the money to fly out here. And the fact that we've been sitting on that one for almost a year...
is fucking terrible. I agree 100%.
But, like, that's not my... Like, we never even discussed it.
Maybe we should have.
So the trailer put up on Friday is placeholder. Understand that very likely I'm going to want to dissolve the company.
Okay, that's fine.
Very likely.
Fine.
However, a version of Starter will go up for an agreed upon amount of time before the channel is dissolved. The kids don't not get that video. And if it's the unfinished version, great. If it's the finished version, great. I don't give two fucks. But they get something.
When do you want to have
Additionally,
that? When do you want to have that discussion?
Additionally, I want the MP3 to go up for free on iTunes. Unless we want the money. That's great too. Whatever. But they deserve, people contributed to this, and they deserve to at least see what they paid for and buy the MP3 if it so pleases them.
When do you want to have that conversation? Listen, I'm at work. I really need to, we've been talking for an hour. I really need to get back to work here.
Okay. This weekend is bad.
Okay, why don't
and
you
frankly, this week is not very good.
All right, why don't you just...
How about
next
Monday or Tuesday evening?
Fine with me.
Okay.
All right, cool.
Okay, bye.
Bye-bye.